What's going on, YouTube? Welcome back to another episode of the Survival Create series. Today we got a few things that we got to do. Last episode we worked on our pond just so we can make it look nice and a little bit more relaxing. I do want to add some more things here, but I'm not fully sure on what. So if you do have any ideas, let me know in the comments. Also, give a name for our catfish. He will go into this pond, but he will only go in the pond once you give a name for him. So you do got to give a name. The thing we're going to be working on today, as our farms are still working, I hope, as I'm lagging. Why? What's your problem? Why are you causing? See, they always get stopped here for some reason, and I don't know why. It makes no sense to me, but all I gotta do is go here. I lied. I gotta go around the other way. About right here, so we just bonk. Aren't you going? You work. I know you work. I seen you work. I don't want to get rid of this because it's gonna mess it up. Why aren't you working? What is your problem? Can I give me a trap door? I'm gonna crawl under. I lied. I will not crawl under. That hurts quite a lot. Why? All right, we're gonna try it. Why are you not working? You have power. What? What is your problem, sir? Okay, what if I drag? Why are you not working? Do I gotta fill one of these with coal so I could just auto-fill this? See, I don't want to turn it off because then it's just gonna break all that and I gotta redo it. What is your problem? I have a feeling it's because I don't have chunks loaded all the time, so it's just can't function constantly. But the way to get a chunk loader, that's not how you spell chunk loader, is pretty expensive. It's a beacon, and I need another star, which means I need to kill a wither. The one thing I don't want to do is kill a wither. Now, if we go to the end and kill the dragon, which I will die a whole bunch because I haven't really fought the dragon at all in my years of playing Minecraft. I think there was only like one time where I actually did it. I've been playing Minecraft for a while. Why don't you have anything? I'm going to put coal in this. What is your problem? Brother, you do not function. Fine, we'll just stop it. But see, now it works. What in the stupidity is going on, brother? It now has... Why? It should be on lock rotation. Sit here. Go again. Shouldn't be rotating every time. Technically, you're not connecting. I don't know what's going on with that. Alright, well, do I have my hoe on me? Because I don't have... I don't have a hoe anymore. Okay. Sad. I am now hoeless. And we will replant. What? Now, I do need to come back to put onions back down because, you know, our machine decided to stop. But we're supposed to be working on our boat dock today. We're supposed to be putting in a boat. The thing about that is I kind of have an idea. Instead of building a boat, which is probably going to take a while for me because, well, I don't know how to build. Yeah, I don't really know how to build. So building a boat is going to be pretty difficult, but also having it to where we keep the tracks on the same level, I'm guessing as this, is going to be pretty iffy. Because the boat needs to connect to that. It has item vaults on top. But we also need to keep the same level all the way through so it looks like it's floating on the water. But I also got to make it to where it's not super quick because, well, a boat is slow. We got to make it slow. So like I was trying to say earlier, instead of building a boat, because, well, I don't know how to build a boat, what if we just take a boat? I don't mean like build the simple little base boat. I mean, what if we take one of the shipwrecks that we have and we put it here? Well, I was thinking, and I did. I basically took a shipwreck boat and we're going to turn that into our boat that will travel all the way to our other area. So what we're going to do, I have a schematic. I don't have my schematic cannon or anything, so we got to go back to our base. But I can set this up at our other base actually because it's there. And it's probably a little deeper, which means I'm going to have to make that deeper. That's going to suck. Oh well, it should be fun either way. Alright, well, I actually don't know where I put my schematic cannon because I cannot find that. I may have left it down here. I did not. I don't know where... Where's my schematic? Oh, I literally had it the entire time. I'm just blind. I need my table. Where did I throw my schematic table? I don't want to make another one, please. I may have to make another one. Oh, I am also literally blind. It's right here. So, the thing I made, or I didn't make it all, I just kind of took from the ocean. I have it down here. I put it as ship test because I didn't know how like I actually wanted to do it. So, we put it as ship test if it loads. Thank you. We're going to go to sleep because I don't want to deal with a zombie or a creeper while we're over there. All right, so let's put it right here. So this is what we're gonna do. It's your base Minecraft boat. It's nothing crazy. We can always texture this if we want. But really it's not too bad. I just gotta make it to where we have a portable interface up here with the belt, or not the belt, the item vault here. Now obviously it's gonna have to load and unload. So all we're gonna need is just one item vault. Up here is gonna be the steering. I'm gonna put like an animal on here for the chain drive. I forgot I can just hover. Also, I just realized I said chain drive. It's not a chain drive. It's a train schedule. I'll put a seat up here with a sheep or something, and we'll have him schedule it. So we'll have the item vault here with storage interface, and this boat will just go up and around. And instead of the chest, we're just gonna get rid of because we don't need the chest. I was gonna put something down here, but we can just put like storage or something down here if we want. We're gonna move this over to our ocean. All right, so we're gonna just scale the boat. We need it to where obviously it's not gonna hit anything because, well, if we go underwater, then we want it to look somewhat good. But we also need the boat pretty close just so it can connect. And right here is your base piece. This is where the middle is always where it connects at. So it is gonna have to be pretty close. We do need to push it a little bit forward. Okay, we gotta push it a little bit back. Okay, we gotta go one more. There we go. All right, so it's right here. So the interface will go here with a item vault here. We're obviously gonna change the stairs. I might completely just change this as it is, and we may add like a little room in here or something. Obviously, probably not. We're probably just gonna keep it as this. We'll just have storage there. So this is where the boat will be. Now it is pretty small here, so we are gonna have to kind of cut some of this land out, cut it down to where we don't have to worry too much about anything. But that also means we're probably gonna have to cut some of that off too, which means we gotta dig down a good little bit. So we can have the boat come in. We have the boat come in, and then we can have it go here and turn around. It is gonna be very close, so it probably won't be that good, but we'll just have to have it turn around. Or something I could do, we cut this corner off. We have a tunnel that will go through to this side. Obviously, it's more work, but it would probably be better. So we're gonna have a tunnel that will go all the way through, and that will connect to that. It might work, it might not. We'll have to try and figure that out, see if it actually does. All right, so yeah, our boat's gonna go here. We just gotta connect it, obviously build it. Underneath will be the train car thing, and that will have to go here. This is all gonna have to be the same exact like level. So if it's on that clay block, everything else is gonna have to be on that clay block. Now we do want it in the middle, so about here, which is, so yeah, the middle will be right here, which is on that clay block. So anything on this clay block will have to go through. Obviously, we're going to have to get rid of some terrain. Otherwise, it's not going to connect the rails because rails can't go through dirt that much. And then I was thinking of adding some like water wheels to the back just so it looks a little better, but I'm not sure yet. If not, we're going to put these as sails. If not, we're going to have like one sail or something instead of having all three. Obviously, if we do all three, it's going to look a little bit better. It will. But I don't know if I want to. And then we obviously got to texture the side. I may have to go up one because I don't know how I feel about the windows being right on the water level, or we just make it to where the bottom doesn't even have windows, which is something we could do. This would be perfectly fine. So this is going to be our boat, and then we just got to try and set up the rails and everything else once we build it. So let's go ahead and try and get all the materials for it. This is a lot of spruce and dark oak, so it's going to take a bit. I got to make sure it's not touching here, otherwise it's going to cause issues, which is not. So we'll just do this. Schematic cannon. Gotta get my gunpowder first, that would make sense. And where is my clipboard? Because I need that so I know how many items I need. For some reason, I have a buried treasure map on my backpack. I don't know why. I am also out of my clipboard. I don't know where it went. Still got power, which is weird how power works here, but not there. Oh, look, pillagers. I think I have lost my clipboard. I don't know where it has gone. It shouldn't magically just teleport around because that's not how Minecraft goes sometimes. All right, well, I may have to create a whole new clipboard. It's not in my inventory, right? I'm not just, okay. Gotta make sure on that one. So we gotta make a whole brand new one. Let's go ahead and do this. Planks, paper, and alloy. And we need one andesite alloy, which good thing is we have a farm. So we don't have to worry too much about not having alloy anymore. Perfect. All right, so we got a brand new clipboard. Let's head back to our ship after we sleep because I don't want to deal with monsters. All right, so we'll get our clipboard. We'll throw that in. We'll see how much stuff we need. Obviously, a lot of wood. Oh, it's dark oak. Okay. I don't need loot chests. We're just going to ignore that. So the type of wood, we need dark oak, and spruce. All right. Seems pretty simple, which now means we need to go get dark oak. I'm going to clear out this backpack. I'm actually going to upgrade it, and we're just going to cover this with wood. We're going to go on a wood mining spree. Now, I do have a tree farm I could use, but that is going to take a minute for it to function. But I also need dark oak saplings, which don't have. I lied. I do got dark oak saplings. We could do that. Dark oak and spruce. I just need spruce. And we can always split it between spruce and dark oak, which is perfectly fine. We just got to separate some things. So we actually need, yeah, we're going to need to get some spruce saplings so we can throw onto our farm. And then obviously we're just going to sit there and AFK for a bit. And then we should have enough to get everything we need. Hopefully. I just got to get spruce now. Where's the spruce lands? Spruce taiga, right? Way over there. All right, so let's get some spruce. Actually, there's spruce saplings here, so I actually don't need to find any trees. We'll just take all these, just separate them out. 17 should be plenty. 22. There we go. That's now we gotta go back to our farm, clear everything out on top of that, and then plant these ones. Now dark oak has to go in 4, which is pretty crazy. I don't know why. I mean, you could do singles, but you're not gonna get that much. If you do dark oak doubles or 2x2s, then you're gonna get a lot. So I want a lot. And technically, we only need to do like 2 or 3 sets of the dark oak saplings because, well, they're gonna give more than spruce if we just cover it all. All right, so I actually did take the water wheel out of here, so I do have to re-put this back in. Not the way I was planning. All right, so that has started. This is not good. I gotta get out of here. Otherwise, I'm gonna die. There we go. Let's get my trap door. Let's throw this back on. All right, we're just gonna get rid of all these saplings because we don't need them here. We just gotta keep letting it go because it's gonna keep trying to plant trees as much as it possibly can, as you can tell. Unload all those saplings. Give me some more. Oh god. There we go. Do we have any more? Probably not. All right. Wow, look at that. It's all going. All right, so once this all cycles through, we are going to reset some things on here. All right, so we got this. So now we got to make it to where we can accept dark oak logs through here. Let's just add some more logs to this. So, yep, we need spruce logs in here. We need dark oak logs. And then leaves we get rid of, saplings we get rid of, and sticks we get rid of, and apples, because we don't need all those right now. Now, there's going to be a lot of stuff I am getting rid of, but once we get our tree farm going, we technically won't have to worry about anything. It will just constantly work for us. We don't have to do anything. So right now, I can get rid of all this. We could get rid of these apples. Get rid of those apples. We don't need leaves. All right, so we're actually going to do a little test roll. Or not a test. We're just going to get the material first. See? They produce a lot. So we're going to swap this to dark oak. Obviously, we're not going to have any oak coming through. So we'll put dark oak in here. And then we will get spruce and do the same thing. All right, so we'll put our spruce in there. So when it comes down, it should hit these two and just automatically going. Shouldn't have to worry about that. Then we can put all that in there. So now I go rid of. No, belt. Where'd it go? Where's my belt? Oh, right there. Okay. I was about to say, brother, if I do it that way, and just bing, there we go. Perfect. I'll keep the bone meal there. Oh god. Actually, I am gonna have to put dark oak and spruce leaves on here. Otherwise, it's just gonna clog our machine, and then we're gonna start losing space. Throw spruce on here. We throw our dark oaks right here. Perfect. Those will go through and just burn. Won't have to worry about those. Same with sapling. Oh, don't hit me. Stop. Hold. All right, so we got to put the things on here. See, leaves disappeared. Perfect. So I could probably put the outside too as dark oak and then the inside as spruce, because this is just gonna go all the way across. So you're gonna have well some mess up spots, or I put them here and you have 4 here, 4 there. Yeah, we'll just do that way. Oh, we need dark oak, not spruce. Spruce will go on the outsides. Yeah, seems fine, I guess. So we'll wait for it to come back around. We'll have it like that. So see, as you go through, you'll have here, you have dark oak all here. It should grow at some point. Now, I do got some bone meal, so I might as well just see we got one going. Obviously, the leaves go higher, so I really shouldn't have to worry. I know it produces like some small ones too, but all right, let's make sure it works. Dark oak should go through this. Why are you not going in? Look at that. Dark oak saplings. Okay. Ah, see, I didn't put saplings on there either. Spruce saplings and dark oak. All right, we got one spruce hog. I need to get spruce going, so let's go ahead and get some more bone meal. Really? We're not gonna grow at all? Okay, so it's only the ones on the corners that are actually like wanting to work. All right, so now we should have spruce going through. Yes, we do. Perfect. All right, well, got those going. I can now sit here for a second or two. Obviously, it's not going to hit every spot, but if the spruce can go, it will grow. All right, well, we got our tree farm going. We're going to stay here in AFK for a little bit, and then hopefully we should have just enough logs. We are getting more dark oak than we are getting spruce, but that's also because spruce doesn't want to grow for some reason. And I might have it set to where, it's in the wrong spot, but either way, it should grow when it's next to each other, because that should work, but it's not, so that's great to know. So we're going to stay here in AFK for a bit. I'm out of sapling. All right, so we sat here for a little bit. We should have hopefully enough. I mean, yeah, so we got enough dark oak. I don't know if there's going to be enough spruce, but I'm going to take everything I can get, I guess. We're just going to try and, yeah, we're just going to see how well we can do everything. For some reason, spruce didn't want to grow here, which is weird, I guess, but I guess I can't fix that unless I separate it out more. At that point, I'm just losing space, so we're just going to let that go, see how well, if it works while we're over here. It probably won't because we're out of chunk distance, but we should be fine. Now we just got to make all the stuff. This should all be pretty simple because it's all wood based, so we don't really have to worry too much about random blocks that we have to make. Do I have a chest on me? I do. Nice. All right, so where'd my clipboard go? I gotta see what some things I need. So we need 6 dark oak fences. How many logs do we need? 61. Dark oak log, done. And we don't need any spruce logs, so that is perfect. What happened? I lagged. Oh, shaders. I'm a little bit dumb. All right, the other thing we need is dark oak fences. Shouldn't be too bad. We only need 6, which that is enough. And we are going to have a lot of wood. Good thing we do have some extra logs and stuff, so we could just throw those there if we ever need, or throw them up into our system if we ever need. We need 3 stacks and 5 dark oak planks. All right, we got the 3 stacks and 5. Simple. Slabbies should be also very simple. Then we need 2 stacks and 44 of stairs. This might be the point where it does get a little pricey, but shouldn't be too much. So stairs are complete. That is perfect. Now we need 4 oak stairs. I wonder how hard that's going to be. Hey, look, I got 4 oak stairs. We are already almost done. You know why? Because it's all wooded. It makes it simple. Spruce time. I'm going to throw all the dark oak in here because we may not need any more dark oak right now. So I might as well just keep all that on me. 35 spruce fences. 35. We got 48. Pretty good. Pretty good. 35 sprucey fences are done. We need a stack of 37 of the sprucey planks. Hey, I got it. Stack of 37 complete. We need a stack of 23 of the fun little slabs. Stack of 23 complete. And we need 35 sprucey stairs. And then we're going to do our double checks, obviously, like we always do. All right, so we'll throw this back in. We'll see what else we need. And loot chest. We are completely done because I'm not doing a loot chest. I have a squid that's dying. Oh, he's dead. Never mind. See ya. All right, so we're going to do a little schematic of this. So we'll get that started, and then let's hope it doesn't break. We still got to add some things to it, add some little texture and design. I don't know how well we're going to go with this, but let's see how well this thing will build. All right, so our fun little boat is now finished. Now that I look at it, this thing is massive. A little bit terrified now, but is that a fishy? Wow, now there's fish here. What a surprise. Now, I don't know if I can waterlog these to where it would just follow with the thing, like the cart that goes under it, or because technically I could make this go to a cart, but it's going to be easier to do a train station because I can have it set to where once it registers a certain amount of items that are in like a storage container, so an item vault, then that's when it will continue on. So I could wait till it has like 1,000 items in the storage vault, and then we'll come back and then wait for 1,000, or it stops here, have it go back, wait for 1,000, come back, or just repeat. So we have our ship. We just gotta clear all that out now, which is nice, but that is not too bad. We can start working on this hopefully a little bit later. We just gotta add some little details to it, but that is not too bad. We're gonna try and focus on detailing the ship tomorrow on next episode. So we just got the build done today. Nothing crazy, but we are gonna focus on that tomorrow. So we are gonna end today's video here. Thank you guys so much for watching. I do appreciate it. If you want to see some extra content, I do have a second channel linked in the description. Basically a whole bunch of variety stuff. I also have started streaming on Twitch. I'm probably gonna do some multi-streaming too for Kick and some Tiki Talk, but not sure yet. We're still figuring that one out. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. I do appreciate it. I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye.